Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21 for the PlayStation 5. As today, we've got some playoff football. The postseason is finally here, and we are headed to Houston to take on the Texans. We unfortunately lost last week to the Kansas City Chiefs, and even though we've been leading our division pretty much the whole year, the Texans ended up coming in at the last second with a 3-game win streak to steal the division away from us. Here's a look at all of these standings, by the way, throughout the rest of the league, and a look at the playoff picture. Had we beaten the Chiefs, we would have been the 2 seed. Had we still lost and the Texans had lost their last game, we probably would have been the 4 seed playing against the Chargers. So certainly some coulda, woulda, shoulda, if you will, right there. But hey, I wouldn't mind beating the Texans for a 3rd time this year. The Texans are a very well-rounded roster. Their only player with at least superstar development is Deshaun Watson, but they don't have a lot of weaknesses, which is why they made it this far. We've played them twice this year, and we've beat them twice. In Week 2, we won 31-27, although they probably should have won that game. We just had a few lucky plays at the end. And then Week 8, in Koko Nwosu's first full start, we won 24-20. So 2 close wins over the Houston Texans, but we did sweep them nonetheless, which is quite cool. But, I mean, this Texans team has changed a lot since the last time we played them back in Week 8. They've really played a lot better as the season has gone along. And as I mentioned, very, very well-rounded team. Deshaun Watson's great. Sony Michel had a phenomenal season, rushing for over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. Our run defense did a very good job against Sony Michel, but that's when our run defense was really good. And now, obviously, it's not. The only major weakness with the Texans is their pass rush. Our offensive line is already very good as it is, so I'm not overly worried about their pass rush. But other than that, this team is really good. They lack star power, but they have plenty of depth, and they have a lot of good players. They do have a few starters injured, but they have not been hit as hard as we have by the injury bug, and we got a new bad injury last week in Casey Shock. Shock will not be playing in the postseason with a dislocated hip. He got hurt in the second half of the Week 17 game against the Chiefs, and it really sucks that he's going to be out. If you remember last year, DJ Chark got injured right before we made the postseason, so we were short a receiver then, and we're short a receiver now. Although Casey Shock doesn't bring the same impact that DJ Chark does, losing him will still be a big deal. We need a lot of guys to step up, specifically Zeke Bowman. If you remember last year in the playoffs, Zeke Bowman did step up. He was really good in the postseason. We need him to be great again. Koko Nwosu playing in his first playoff game without one of his better targets. But if the passing game isn't going well, I am still confident because our run game has been very good as of late. R.J. Ewell has really emerged into a star here towards the end of the season, along with J.K. Dobbins and Phillip Lindsay. I mean, our rushing attack is one of the best in the league. So if we can continue to run the ball well and pass well even without Casey Shock, I think this team has what it takes to make a run after losing in the second round of the playoffs last year. So let's get right into it. The 2023 NFL playoffs is here, as we've got an AFC South clash between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The Texans ended up winning this game, finishing with a record of 10-6, Jacksonville at 9-7. The Jaguars led this division throughout pretty much all of this season. The Jaguars also beat Houston in both matchups, but Houston has played well down the stretch. Jacksonville, for the most part, has not. The Jags have lost 3 of their last 4 and are hoping to come into Houston and get the victory. Koko Nwosu's first playoff game. It's the first playoff game for a lot of guys on this team. So without further ado, let's get started. Houston starting on offense. First down, Deshaun Watson connects quickly with a nice gain of 21 yards. Expect Deshaun Watson to have a big game today. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and he is really playing well here towards the second half of the season for the Texans. From the 44, Watson connects with an open man. That's Brandon Cooks, pushed out at the 26-yard line by C.J. Henderson. Texans offense looking very good very early on into this game. Following play, Watson on first down. It's a short pass for the tight end, Jordan Reed. Inside the 15 to the 11. Deshaun Watson, 4 of 4, 64 yards so far on this opening drive. He's looked really good. 3rd and 2 now from the 3. Houston trying to punch it in, and they will. Sony Michel finds the end zone for the Texans touchdown. And Houston will start this game off with an early lead as it is 7-0. Not a great start for the Jaguar defense. Here's the offense led by rookie quarterback Koko Onwuasu, who had a great season, stepping in for Gardner Minshew back in Week 7 after Minshew was benched. And Koko has not looked back. Obviously, this is his first playoff start. 3rd and 6. Koko going to run with it. And will he get the first down? The side judge is going to give it to him. Nice play there by Onwuasu, the second-round rookie out of Michigan State. Following play, it's a handoff for R.J. Ewell. Ewell cuts to the outside, and there he goes! R.J. Ewell down the field. Welcome to the postseason, buddy. It's a gain of 60 for the rookie out of East Carolina. R.J. Ewell has been incredible here towards the end of the season, and he starts his postseason debut with a bang. 2nd and 2. Koko, short pass into the end zone for 6. David Njoku with the touchdown. Njoku had his best game of the year a week ago against Kansas City, and he's starting this one off with a score himself, and it is now 7-7. Texans on offense. 3rd and 6. Watson trying to get it to Will Fuller, but the pass is going to be incomplete, and Jacksonville gets the ball now at the 20. First down, it's a handoff for Phillip Lindsay, and he loses 3. Excellent play by the Texans run defense. That's a first-round rookie, Josiah Woolridge, at a USC, credited with the tackle. 3rd and 13 now. Koko under pressure. There's Woolridge again, this time for the sack, forcing a loss of 10. That'll lead to a Jacksonville punt. Josiah Woolridge looking very impressive in his postseason debut. Texans now back with the football. 2nd and 8. Short throw here for Brandon Cooks. He's looking good early from 143-yard line to the other for a gain of around 16 yards in a Texans first down. Following play, Watson again looking to throw it. This time he's under pressure and he's sacked for a loss of 6. Taga Taluiaipupu, the second-year man out of Hawaii, brings down the quarterback. Obviously, of Miles Jack getting hurt a few weeks ago, Taluiaipupu is one of the many linebackers who's going to need to step up. 3rd and 3. Sony Michel gets the handoff, lassoed backwards by Ronnie Harrison, and that's going to be a loss of 2. I think Henderson was the one who brought him down at the end, but Ronnie Harrison really gets the credit for that play. Final play of the first quarter. It's a handoff for J.K. Dobbins, and he is smothered in the backfield by Brennan Scarlett. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Tied at 7. We've got ourselves a good one up to this point. Jacksonville starting on offense, obviously. First play of the second quarter. Koko gets it to an open David Njoku, who makes a nice play down the sidelines. There's a flag on the field. It's going to be a holding on DJ Chark, a late flag. So the first down still counts, but most of the damage done after the catch will not count. 1st and 15 now after another flag, an illegal man downfield on the Jags. What a catch by David Njoku, who's been all over the place here in the first half. He has been a problem for this Houston defense. Back to David Njoku for another first down. Koko and Njoku with strong chemistry up to this point. The two of them are really clicking right now. Now from the 13, handoff for R.J. Ewell, fighting his way to the 1-yard line. Nice run by Ewell, who has 82 yards on just 4 carries. He has been super impressive here today. Now from a 1, Jacksonville going to try to punch it in. It's Ewell who will get the score, and Jacksonville takes the lead. Charles Omenihu injured on the play for the Texans. They already lost Ross Blackwalk earlier in the game, so now they're without 2 of their better defensive linemen. Texans back on offense. Houston down for the first time today. There's Jordan Reed with a nice play. Jacksonville obviously struggles to cover the tight end. Houston exploiting that weakness as Jordan Reed's had a pretty nice day. 1st and 15 up the middle. That'll be a nice first down despite the penalty flag on the prior play there for the Texans. That's Quincy Enunwa who makes the play. 3rd and 6 now from the 27. 2:40 to go. Watson looking to throw it. He has an open man. It's Cooks who makes another grab inside the 10 to the 8. And the Houston Texans knew they had to answer on this drive, and answer is what they have done, to say the least. 1st and goal from the 8. Watson Short throw for Jordan Reed, who finds the end zone for a touchdown, and the Texans will tie this game up at 14 with just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. This is a big drive and a big opportunity for Koko Nwosu to show what he's made of here in a 2-minute drill late in the first half. First down, Koko under a ton of pressure. He gets it to DJ Chark for 19 yards. That's Chark's first career postseason catch, by the way, for what it's worth. Hopefully first of many. Now from the 44, 2nd and 10, Koko looking to throw it. It looked like he was trying to get it to Zeke Bowman, but his pass was totally offline. However, Laviska Shenault was at the right place at the right time. So Shenault makes a nice play. Jacksonville gets the first down anyway. Now from the 38, very quick drive so far. What a dart into the hands of David Njoku. Koko lofted that pass up perfectly in between the defenders, right in the hands of David Njoku. That's one of his best throws of his career, in my opinion. And then here's R.J. Ewell into the end zone. 2 touchdowns in the first half for R.J. Ewell. Obviously, Ewell and Koko have both been very impressive this season, and they've both been outstanding so far today, and it's looking more and more likely that Jacksonville is their backfield duo of the future. 21-14. Houston still has a minute before halftime, though. Is on first down. Deshaun Watson going to keep it himself, wrapped up by Henderson and Jackson, but not before getting the first down. Texans would call timeout number 1. Now down to 40 seconds, 3rd and 10. From the 43, it's a screen here for the running back, Michelle, and he does not get the first down. Rashawn Babineau brings him down, so that would send the punt team out. The former Jaguar, Brian Anger, on to punt it, and it is a beauty. What a punt! Down at the 1. I think the Jaguars were hoping that they'd have an opportunity to get a last-second drive, but that's not going to happen considering the field position. 21-14, your score at halftime. It's been an offensive duel. Both quarterbacks are looking very good. Koko Nwosu's been great in his postseason debut. 2 touchdowns so far for R.J. Ewell. And as you can see, the Ravens have defeated the Chiefs. So since Baltimore is the lowest seed in the AFC, they will automatically play the top-seeded Cincinnati Bengals. And the winner of this game will face off against the winner of the Chargers and Bills game. Immediately starting the second half off with a nice play for David Njoku. Njoku unfortunately hurt on the play. That's actually very bad news. Njoku had 99 yards before that injury, which is already past his season high. So losing him would suck. But on the bright side, the Jaguars will find the end zone. DJ Chark with the touchdown, his first postseason score of 34 yards out. So the Jaguars now lead by 14, but they may be without David Njoku. He tore his hamstring, his day, and likely his postseason is done. Houston back on offense. Watson loses 4 on the read option. Caleb Chason and Joe Giles Harris there with the play. Chason's been pretty quiet today. He's had a great second half of the season, but today he has not done a whole lot. Watson on 2nd and 13 gets it in the hands of Fuller, and he is off to the races. Nobody's going to catch Will Fuller. 81 yards. C.J. Henderson was absolutely baited on that play, and as good as C.J. Henderson has been this year, that's a bad play. He was trying to go for the interception, and it completely backfires. A little bit too aggressive there. That pass was nearly intercepted. I mean, Henderson made the right cut, but Will Fuller was just right in front of him. So both teams immediately start the second half off with touchdowns, and it looks like this game is going to be even more of an offensive duel than we originally thought at halftime. Incomplete there, so the Texans get the ball back after forcing a 3-and-out. Watson, it's going to be an RPO, but he is sacked. David Harris, the rookie out of Westlake, brings him down. Harris had an incredible game last week, 17 tackles and 2 sacks against the Chiefs. He hasn't been as good today, but he has certainly stepped up with the loss of Miles Jack. 3rd and 6 now from the 38. Watson looking to throw it, and the drive will stay alive. Jordan Reed with the first down, bringing it to the 49-yard line. Big play there for the Texans as they try to get back into the end zone and possibly tie up the game. 3rd and 10, Watson gets it to Brandon Cooks, who does not get the first down. Big tackle by Zaire Wiggins. So now it's 4th and 2 at the 41. You have to go for it here, and that's what the Texans do. Down by 7, 4th and short in 4-down territory in the second half of a playoff game. You got to do it. Watson gonna heave up a prayer, and it's caught by Fuller at the 5. Are you kidding? C.J. Henderson gets absolutely mossed. Henderson's had such a phenomenal season this year, but his 2 worst plays of the season have both come in the third quarter of this game. Henderson jumped way too late there, and Fuller was able to get the jump ball grab. Houston now on the goal line. 1st and goal for the Texans. Handoff for Sony Michel, and he will find the end zone for a second time today. Touchdown Houston. And we are tied up at 28. C.J. Henderson with a pair of boneheaded plays here in the third quarter. Jacksonville has it here for the final play of the quarter. Coco nearly runs into R.J. Ewell. Gonna heave up a prayer downfield, and it's caught. DJ Chark drags both feet inbounds. And that'll do it for the third quarter. We've got ourselves a nail-biter. Jacksonville 28, Houston 28. The Jags do have it in the red zone to start the fourth quarter. We'll see if they're able to capitalize. First play of the quarter. Coco immediately going to scramble to his right. Going to try to run for the end zone, and he does. Coco dives in for a touchdown. And Jacksonville immediately gets the lead right back. What a run by Coco Nwosu, continuing his brilliant performance. Diving into the end zone, not letting Brendan Scarlett tackle him. And the Jags are back up 35-28. Texans again down by 7. As here is Will Fuller, who runs out of bounds. Fuller only has 3 catches today, but they've all been big ones. He has over 100 yards in this game. Now from the 44, 2nd and 10, 9 minutes to go. Houston moving the ball pretty well so far, as it is Jordan Reed. Nice juke move, breaks the tackle from Ronnie Harrison, and he is brought down inside the 35 at the 31. Texans offense immediately answering back, as you can see. Neither offense appears to be putting the brakes on, as there's a nice play on the screen. Tevin Coleman loses 6. David Harris with the tackle. Bleat Friarwood with the pressure on Watson. 3rd and 16 now. Watson is intercepted. C.J. Henderson makes up for his mistakes in a big way. Watson overthrew Will Fuller, and C.J. Henderson makes a gigantic interception, and the Jags have the ball up by 7. This is chew clock time, however, they're not really doing that all too well. J.K. Dobbins loses 3. Bernardrick McKinney brings him down. It's been a rough day for J.K. Dobbins. 3rd and 8. Coco scrambling with it, and he's going to run for the first down successfully. He could have slid there if he wanted to, but instead, going to try to fight it out for the extra yards, and it pays off in a big way. Clock continuing to tick, under 5 minutes to go, 2nd and 7. Coco connects with DJ Chark, brought down out of bounds at the 41-yard line. DJ Chark has really stepped up in the absence of David Njoku. Chark with nearly 100 yards since Njoku got hurt. 3rd and 2, massive first down run for Phillip Lindsay. He gets 9 yards. A huge play there. Jacksonville is really chipping away at this clock. 3rd and 5 now, another conversion, this time to DJ Chark. And the Texans' chances of winning right now are looking very slim. 2nd and goal, Ewell gets the handoff. He gets about a yard. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Jacksonville leads by 7. Inching very close to the goal line. We'll see if they're able to punch it in. It's Lindsay with the rock here on 3rd and goal, and they're going to say he's not in. The Texans front with a huge stop. Jacksonville could just try to punch it in, but they're going to play it safe, try to make it a 2-possession game. The field goal from Lambeau from 18 yards out is good. Not going to get much easier the kick than that. Lambeau, of course, missed the potential game-tying field goal last week, and he gets that one to go down. So now it's 38-28. Texans need a big drive. They need a miracle, pretty much, if they want to win this game. There's a good start. Jordan Reed up the middle for a first down. Now at the 50, 2nd and 10. Watson trying to get it to the sidelines. Nice catch by Brandon Cooks. Quickly hit by Wiggins. 3rd and 10, down to 44 seconds now. Houston still has 2 timeouts. Deshaun Watson looking to throw it. Going to take a shot for the end zone, and it's incomplete for Cooks. Good coverage by Zaire Wiggins. So the Texans are now going to go for the field goal, trying to make it a 1-score game. 50-yarder from Kaimi Fairbairn. It's no good. He's short, and that should pretty much do it. I think Houston wanted to make the field goal, go for an onside kick, and try to score a touchdown, but that is not going to happen. The best formation, victory formation. Coco Nwosu takes the knee, And the Jacksonville Jaguars are moving on to the AFC divisional round. They defeat the Houston Texans 38-28. And I guess you can say the Jaguars are now the de facto AFC South champions. They beat the Texans 3 times this season. That is really hard to do. Deshaun Watson gave all he had. This is an incredible offensive battle. I will say I'm a little bit concerned for this Jaguar defense. They were not great today. Deshaun Watson was phenomenal. He was on his A game for sure, nearly, actually over 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And although our defense did not play up to their standards, you know who did dominate? Koko Nwosu with one of the best games of his career, 20 of 28, 300 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was incredible. R.J. Ewell, 15 carries, 129 yards, and a touchdown. He was phenomenal. J.K. Dobbins was not. So it really seems like R.J. Ewell is propelling himself as the best running back on this roster. DJ Chark with a big second half. David Njoku was incredible before he got injured, so losing him is a big deal. And Jordan Reed was very good for the Texans. Fuller and Cooks were solid too. The defenses were not good for either side, to put it bluntly. 3 sacks total today. Taka Tuluipupu, Josiah Woolridge, and David Harris. The only turnover of the game was a C.J. Henderson interception. So that will conclude this one. We do have a new injury. And as I mentioned, David Njoku with a torn hamstring, and his season is done. That's a killer because Njoku was really starting to play well. He had his 2 best games of the year right at the end. Great performance against the Chiefs, even better performance against the Texans. And he put up those 99 yards in barely over 1/2 of action. So if he had stayed healthy the whole game, who knows what he would have been able to do. Alrighty, folks, it is the moment of truth. Who will we be playing in the second round of the postseason? We are headed up to northern New York in an attempt to get revenge from last year. We are headed to take on the Buffalo Bills. I thought Odenigbo back from injury. That's good news. Bills ended up beating the Chargers 35-21 thanks to a 4-touchdown performance from quarterback Josh Allen. It looks like Justin Herbert got hurt in this game. Easton Stick had to replace him, and you can imagine how well that went. The Bills have a lot of talent on offense. Devin Singletary and Juice Johnson at running back. Stephon Diggs, one of the best receivers in the NFL, and they have a solid defense too. So it's definitely going to be a challenging game for us. Looking at the rest of the postseason bracket, as I hinted earlier, the Bengals will be playing the Ravens. In the NFC, the Bears beat Seattle. They'll be facing on the Atlanta Falcons. And we've got an NFC East clash between the Giants and the Cowboys. A rematch of last year's Super Bowl is still possible with the Ravens and Giants both still alive. By the way, Koko won AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Very well deserved. He was absolutely outstanding for us and is well deserving of that award. So that will conclude today's episode. Next time, we will face off against the Buffalo Bills in an attempt to get revenge. They beat us last year in the divisional round of the postseason. We're going to hopefully beat them this year. Peace.